And unfortunately, we just don't hear a lot about this. Possibly because it is potentially harmful and dangerous to you and your family if you don't understand the proper safety measures you need to take. And that is using ultraviolet light. UV rays, there's type A, type B, type C, UV light. They use UV light, which is type B, in a sun tanning, artificial sun tanning salon. People actually expose themselves to it so they can tan. I'm not going to say it's not harmful. It's very harmful, but people, I guess they think it's an acceptable risk, or they don't know. But it's not nearly as harmful as the type of UV light that I am talking about, which can actually kill anything. There is no living organism that can withstand the effects of UV light. None. Not the kind I'm talking about. So all you would need to do is, if you had this type of light, and let's say you have a pantry or a room, preferably a smaller room or a big room, it doesn't matter. It's just that you everything you bring into your home, your food products, your frozen food, your everything, just put it on your counter. Let's say it's in your kitchen. Have the light there. Never, ever, ever. There are some lights you can turn them on, and then they give you 10 seconds to leave the room because you don't want to look at them. It can really cause permanent damage to your eyesight. It can even make you go blind eventually. They can cause damage to your skin, your heart, everything. UV light can kill anything. And the good thing about it is it can kill any virus, bacteria, germs. It can kill dust mites, fleas, bed bugs, anything like that. It's probably the best possible solution to bed bugs. Instead of spraying crap on your bed or your mattress, and then you're rolling around in it, or you have to rewash it, just use UV light. It'll kill it. It'll kill their eggs. It'll kill anything. And it can kill you if you're not careful. But you're going to be careful if you use it. But you put all of your foodstuffs on the counter, everything, because you want the type of light that uses a combination of UV light, and then it will have the ozone component also. So either the UV light will get to the bacteria or the virus or the germs, or the ozone will. Combination of both, UV and ozone. You can get either or, but I say both. And the best thing about that is, and I'm doing this video unscripted, I'm not looking at anything, so that's why it's not going to be as smooth as it could be, because I don't have a teleprompter or anything like that. But the best thing about the UV light and ozone is that you don't have to turn all the items around to make sure that it gets hit directly by the UV light. The other side of the items will be taken care of by the ozone that don't need direct frontal contact, the ozone component of the light. So you want the type that has a remote control switch. There are some that you can buy and the light comes on immediately, which is ridiculous, because now you got to run out the room and make sure you don't look at it, shield your eyes and all that. And people are going to make mistakes and pay for it. But you want the kind that you can activate from a distance, preferably totally remotely, remote control. Or whatever type of light you have, just buy a switch that you can buy for $10. You plug it into a socket, you plug anything into it, it has a totally remote control switch you can activate from another room. So what you want to do is, I'm not going to go into the details about how long you need to do it. That totally depends on the strength of the type of UV light you have. It depends upon what you're trying to sanitize or debacterialize, or whatever you want to call it. It really depends on a few things: how big your room is, how many, whether you want to do the whole room or just objects in the room. But the typical time may be for as little as a few seconds to as much as a few minutes. 30 minutes to an hour should take care of everything, including an entire room, if your light is strong enough. But for items you bought from your supermarket on a countertop and your light is not right next to it, a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes should be more than sufficient. But I feel as unless there's going to be a diminishing effect or harmful effect, why not only be redundant, but overdo it for anything you do in life? So if you think 5 or 10 minutes will be good, why not do 30? The main thing is during that time, you're not in the room, you're not looking at it, you're not exposed to the light, but all your items you want to take care of, they are. Because truly, the longer you do it, the better the effect is. And the more complete and thorough it will be. It may seem like a big deal, but it's really not. It's the simplest way you can do it. Instead of having to wipe all your items down, even if you know for a fact, let's just say as an experiment, you get people to have full-blown coronavirus. They have H1N1 flu. They have everything, every nasty organism you can think of exists in that person. They spit and cough into their hands. All that, and then they just rub their hands all over these items, and they keep doing it as an experiment. So we know that the virus is on every item. It's on all over the items, the underside, the top, the back, all of that. I just thought about something. When you place a can down, that light will take care of the top of the can and all sides, 360-degree radius of the can. But the underside of it, neither the ozone or the UV light will be able to hit it. So just know that, but if you want to really, 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 really be meticulous, you can actually turn the can upside down and do it again. But you're probably not touching the underside of the can anyway. But it's up to you. I just wanted to bring that up. But basically, you want to have your items in the room and expose them to the light, and then they're good. You don't have to wipe them down or wash them down or anything. And that includes your cell phone. They have little cases you can put your cell phone into or anything like that, and it will sanitize your phone and kill any virus or bacteria that's on your phone. And your phone, they say, I've heard, is filthier than your toilet, which I don't believe that, but it sounds dramatic to say it, so that's what other people say, even though I think it's ridiculous. How could your cell phone be filthier than your toilet? Because whatever is on your phone is probably also in the toilet. And there's a lot of stuff in your toilet that I hope are not on your phone. But anyway, certainly they accumulate a lot of bacteria because hopefully you're the only one that uses your phone anyway. So whatever bacteria, germs, or viruses are on your phone, guess who put them there? You did. Because you're touching everything. You go up the escalator, you're touching the banister that thousands of other people have touched before it was ever cleaned, and you're picking up whatever was on the banister. So hand washing is not a new thing. It's something that you should have been doing your whole life. Using hand sanitizer, washing your hands before you eat. And one of the things that we do habitually, it's kind of hard not to do it. It's a social thing. It's shaking other people's hands, but you don't know where those hands have been. And it really irks me when I'm eating and people want to shake my hand. Out of politeness, I will shake their hand and regret that I did it. And then I may pull out my bottle of hand sanitizer, which I keep in my hands, and wash them afterwards. Discreetly. But I'll confess that sometimes I've shaken people's hands and did not wash my hands and I continued eating. But I always think about it. But because it's a little annoying to be obsessive like this, but we need to be obsessive. So a sobering thought for all of you, and I'll close with this, is everyone says, I'm not going to be one of the people who succumb to this. Nobody says, well, I know it's going to be me. People say it because they're wishful thinking or because they're taking proactive measures, but they're probably not being proactive enough. At least with the data I'm putting out on this video, it will give you food for thought. Now, you can either keep doing what you've been doing or take it to heart and consider getting a UV light device or something else and taking the extra measures. There are a lot of other things you could do. I'll make other videos about that, but I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. And since I know some of you are going to ask, where can I get it? Because they're not easy to find. I'm going to put a link in the description box on this video of some sources where you can acquire the right type of light, I'm going to do careful research to make sure that they are the ones that really work. They are the ones that really work, because like everything else, once there becomes more and more of an understanding of this, there will be people, mark my word, that will sell you a light that puts out a purple light. It's not even UV at all, but they'll tell you it is just to get your money. So the links I put on the description box, they will be thoroughly researched by me, completely vetted, and you'll know you can rely upon them if you choose to do that. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. I have some coming to me within a few days in the mail myself. Have a good day.